All right, guys, Levi Trumbull reporting just outside of the Frederick County Courthouse. We are here today to provide a major update on a story that we first broke. Of course, that is none other than the criminal proceedings of Chelsea Phoenix. I'm here to report to you today that today's pretrial conference before Judge Solt in Courtroom 6 of the Circuit Court for Frederick County ultimately turned into a plea hearing where 18-year-old Chelsea Elizabeth Phoenix would voluntarily sit at the defendant's table and plead guilty to a sex offense in the third degree. These court proceedings were emotional, and I was there firsthand to witness everything unfold. Chelsea was brought into court in a striped white and orange jail uniform. From there, the state attorney told the judge she had learned today that Chelsea intended to plead guilty, and right off the bat told the judge she wanted to postpone sentencing to a later date so that the victim could be present in court. From there, the state attorney told the judge that the state is asking for a 10-year suspended sentence so long as 18 months are served in jail. Following the 18 months in jail, the state requested 5 years of supervised probation, no contact with minors, submission to a psychosexual evaluation, and finally, that Chelsea must register as a Tier 3 sex offender, which is Maryland's highest tier sex offender. Now, to give context, as someone who frequently monitors criminal proceedings here in Frederick County, I can tell you firsthand that the state is treating this case quite harshly. 18 months in jail plus 5 years of supervised probation plus a Tier 3 lifetime registrant as a sex offender. That is as tough of a punishment that the state could have asked for given the totality of circumstances. Chelsea, for the rest of her very long life, and she has a lot of life left, will have to register over and over and over again as a sex offender. After the state laid down the terms and conditions, Chelsea's defense attorney notified Chelsea of her right to trial, right to call witnesses, so on and so forth. Chelsea said that she understood her rights and moved forward with pleading guilty. From there, the state attorney went on to read the description of Chelsea's offenses, which this audience is familiar with at this point. Specifically, the fact that the state was in possession of messages which they intended to use as evidence. Another crucial key piece of evidence which came out today was that the state confirmed that Chelsea had actually spoken with detectives and admitted to having sex with a 12-year-old boy. So the state even had that now as evidence. And with that, Judge Solt found Chelsea guilty as pled to a sex offense in the third degree. The judge then set the sentencing date for Chelsea to be heard on September 25th, and Chelsea was turned back over to the custody of the state. Chelsea was clearly emotional during this process and was wiping her eyes consistently with her sleeve. At the conclusion of the hearing, an unknown man became furious as he was leaving the courthouse and was yelling, quote, "There's so many other effing ways we could have went about it. And also, that little girl is effed for the rest of her life now because of that. That's ignorant." I don't know who it was who said these things, but I wish I could have stopped his storming out of the courthouse. I would have actually asked him for comment as it relates to this situation. And that is how things unfolded today with Chelsea's plea to a third-degree sex offense. I want to also note that the state will now also be dropping the rape charge as per the agreement. Quick programming note that you can catch me next Monday, where I will be covering the conclusion of this case, which of course will be the sentencing hearing. That will be September 25th. Until then, Levi Trumbull in Frederick, Maryland.